Hi there everyone, this is the Innovative Traders and welcome back to my channel. For those that are new to the channel, my name is Ivory Maramba, the trader behind Innovative Traders. I focus on smart money concept, specifically market structure, supply and demand, right? So I'm about to do a market breakdown on just one pair. I'm gonna keep it brief for you guys. As I told you, I'm busy, right? I'm always on my feet right now. I don't really get the time to sit down in the charts. And obviously during the night, I'm always tired. When I'm tired, I cannot really concentrate that well. So without any further ado, let us take a look at AUDJPY as it looks healthy for this coming week, right? Let's start off with the weekly time frame just to give you an overall bias of what I'm currently looking for, right? So we have this price action. Price is currently bullish on the week time frame. We're currently bullish, right? Price broke structure here, right? We broke structure here. Let me just bring back this here. Price broke structure from this high, right? You push higher after a break of structure. What do you expect? You're expecting a pullback on that time frame. How do you know a pullback is about to start? You want to see a change of character, right? Here it is there. Hence, price dropped even more lower, right? How do you see that the pullback is over? You want to see a switch back again towards the upside. But right now we have price coming in this manner. We had a low within the internal leg of this pullback. We had a low, we had a high, then we had a what? A lower low, right? So basically this is what you call an internal break of structure, right? That is happening within the pullback of that daily leg, right? Daily leg. So that happening, we are going to keep in mind that even though prices switch character from this point here, this is basically to facilitate what? The pullback of this internal bearish order flow, right? We have this break of structure. After the break of structure, you're expecting a pullback. How do you know a pullback is about to start? You want to see a change of character, which is what we're currently having here. So this change of character is actually for this leg here, right? It's for this leg. We have a break. We're going to see what? A pullback into supply before a dip, right? But this can also act as a what? As a sign that this pullback leg it's over and now looking to push towards the upside. So you're going to look for long opportunities around this area, in cautious with this high here, right? Keeping in mind that price can still tap into this and go even more lower, right? But then overall we are bullish and we're currently pro high time frame, but we are counter internal, right? So as looking for long opportunities there, we have to bear in mind that price can still retrace from this main supply of this internal break or internal order flow, right? We have this internal break of structure, which is internal strong high right there, right? So as looking for longs here, we're going to take them with caution of this supply there, right? So let's take a look at the day time frame to get a much more clearer picture of what is happening. Right now we have price breaking in this manner and we're sitting like that. If you can take a look at that, this is appearing as a daily, right? A daily price action. A daily is bearish. You want to see price pushing to areas of premium, possibly violating this high to validate this turning point here, and also to validate what? This weekly strong low. Weekly strong low. Let me just fix this here. Weekly strong low, right? Weekly strong low. Let me just correct this. Weekly strong low, right? So as having that, we are going to look for buying opportunities. Holding, let me just remove that. Holding to see what's going to happen on this supply. Are we going to break or are we going to respect and come back even more lower to take out this low before a push higher, right? So that's all for the daily. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. On the 4 hours, pretty much straightforward. We are still pulling back and we have this break of structure there, right? Break of structure right here, right? Pretty much straightforward. This is viewed as a what? A change of character on the higher time frame, right? So price still trapped in a bullish order flow. If you can zoom in on this recent bit of price action, we have price moving in this manner, right? We have clean high, low, high, high, right? Price is still bullish in this manner. So after a break, we expect a pullback, right? After, how do you know a pullback is about to start? On a change of character. Did you ever change of character here? No, I don't think so. We're still trapped in a bullish order flow. If you can take a look at that, basically meaning the recent low, right now is basically this one here. If you can violate this low, then I would know we're about to facilitate the pullback, looking to target this one here, possibly take those intraday counter sells to this pro trend, right? So that's it for the hour. We are looking for price to pull back either to here or to even more lower to this area here and give us those long opportunities. But something that is quite interesting, if you can zoom in right now to this recent candlestick right here, right? If you can zoom in here, right, this candle on the 4 hour failed to close above this one here, which might be an indication of about to pull back, right? We swept the high. Usually when this happens, right, when this happens, if we sweep the high of the candlestick, we are more likely to going to sweep the low of the candlestick, right? We've taken out buy side liquidity. We'll look for what sell side liquidity, which might act as inducement on the lower time frame for that lower time frame POI to give us those long opportunities, right? So right now, since we've swept the high, and closed in a reversal manner, I'm looking for price to retrace into areas of discount, possibly taking out this H4 low, taking out sell side liquidity, tapping into areas of possibly refine lower time frame demand before it push higher, if we are not going to violate this low to signal that they're about to pull back towards the downside, right? Remember, still sticking on the internal order flow. Since it's still bullish, we'll look for buying opportunities until we break to the downside, right? So us having that, let's view this in the lower time frame, right? In much more. Let's start with the 1 hour time frame to see if we can get anything there. Okay, there's nothing there. Let's go to the M15. If you come on the M15, pretty much straightforward. If you can take a look at the low I've marked on the 4 hour time frame, it's actually this one here, right, which is an inducement to this POI, right? On the M15 we have this clean break of structure, right, followed by an I-boss, right? Obviously after a break of structure, expecting a pullback, but we've never received any change of character. We've only got price respecting internal order flow and pushing even more higher and giving us what, an internal break of structure. But if you can look in more depth, like we actually broke this internal high in signs of weakness and came back in signs of strength, right? If you can So since we're in this bullish internal order flow, right now we have a change of character for what to facilitate the internal pullback, right, of this internal order flow. We have an I-boss, we have a change of character to facilitate this pullback into areas of discount before it push even more higher. But then since I have this on the 4 hour time frame, remember I said to you guys, once price violate the 4 hour high or any time frame of this candle, it is more likely to what to go and violate the low of that candle, right, taking out sell side liquidity in this case. So going to the M15 time frame, since we're having that, I'm looking for price to even dip lower to the downside, right, to the downside. So we have this change of character. I'm looking for price to push even more higher, possibly tap into the supply, come back, give us a reaction and break to the downside into areas of discount and give us a change of character, and we'll look to target this internal weak high, which will then, provided that we dip, act as an M15 weak high, right? M15 weak high, right? That's all I'm seeing on AUDJPY. It's just a matter of waiting for the market to present or to communicate with us on what is actually the intent, so that you can act accordingly. So right now I'm waiting for price to come even more higher, come here, react, push up, and come even more lower, right? And that doesn't mean that I cannot look to attempt. If I see a change of character right here, I can still attempt and take price to the high, right? Because price can still go from here. Why? We are bullish on all the time frames except the daily, right? The goal is to hold until this high and get to see if we're going to respect, or will we just come, react and push even more higher, targeting the weekly weak high, which is